JIFX is Joint Interagency Field Experimentation. And what we do out here for our OSD sponsor is we work with the combatant commanders, the Northern Command, Pacific Command, Central Command are all out here now with a few of the other commands, including Strategic Command and Transportation Command. And we are exploring the edge of civilian military capabilities that can enhance the effectiveness of the warfighter. Along the way there, we're working with our partners and co-sponsor from the Department of Homeland Security to explore humanitarian assistance disaster relief capabilities and technologies. And we find actually a lot of overlap since the U.S. military is one of the primary supporters of humanitarian assistance efforts around the planet. We have been growing the JIFX project, and we are now kind of reaching our perfect mix of capacity with the right numbers of folks and everything. We actually had 95 candidate technologies that were assessed, and we only invited 65 out this time. And the reason for that is if we get too big, we don't get enough collaboration. We don't get that unique mix of collaborative learning that takes place when industry, government, end users all talk and work together. So if we get too big, we start running into issues. So this is the first JIFX to kind of really hit its size limits and for us to actually have to start constraining participation. Again, the focus is on those problems that the warfighters and our first responders have. The real idea is to inform on the government side the ability to write the requirement to understand the need for what we need to acquire down the road in the acquisition system. And for our industry and academic folks is to understand the government's problems and challenges, whether they be humanitarian assistance for FEMA or if it's the next generation Puma aircraft to support a warfighter. This is about pushing the limits of the technology and the equipment, how fast it goes, how far it goes, how it solves the problem of the warfighter. And it's about that capability. It's not about the sales of an individual product. So all of our industry participants and lab participants and academic participants are helping us understand that technological envelope, where the edge is. Because in today's world, that edge is increasingly fast and accelerating through technological change. Things like your television are lighter, cheaper, faster, and way better than they used to be. And the military needs to keep up with that industrial engine here in the United States. And JIFX is one way that the Office of Secretary of Defense is using to try to make sure that those combatant commanders have an opportunity to stay at that cutting edge of technology. This is a very appropriate event for the Naval Postgraduate School to be sponsoring because it is a learning event. The idea out here is lower the barriers as much as possible to collaboration. So you've heard me say before, we want to be safe, secure, and legal, and that's all the structure we want. We want maximum communication between the folks who have the technological capabilities and the people who have the need for them.